Have you ever typed a question into Google, hit enter, and then felt overwhelmed by a flood of results that somehow don't answer what you were actually looking for? Or maybe you clicked the first few links, only to realize they were outdated, irrelevant, or just plain wrong. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone, and more importantly, you're not stuck. The way most people use Google is surprisingly inefficient, and the difference between frustration and precision often comes down to understanding how search really works. So what if you could turn Google into a tool that gives you exactly what you want, almost instantly? What if instead of digging through pages of noise, you could zero in on the exact file, page, or answer you need in seconds? That's exactly what skilled researchers, hackers, and cybersecurity professionals do every day. They don't just search, they query with intent. And once you understand their approach, you can do the same. At first glance, Google seems simple. You type something in, and it gives you results. But behind the scenes, it's doing far more than just matching your words. It's interpreting your intent, guessing what you mean, correcting your phrasing, and sometimes even changing your query entirely. While this can be helpful for casual users, it can also become a problem when you need precision. Instead of showing exactly what you asked for, Google tries to show what it thinks you meant. Have you ever noticed how sometimes your exact words don't even appear in the results? That's because Google prioritizes relevance over literal accuracy. It assumes you might not know how to phrase your query correctly, so it expands, modifies, or substitutes terms. While that might help someone searching casually, it becomes frustrating when you're looking for something specific, especially in technical fields like programming, cybersecurity, or research. Imagine searching for a coding problem and finding answers from over a decade ago. Would you trust a solution written for software that's no longer in use? Probably not. Yet this happens all the time because Google doesn't automatically filter results based on how current they are. This is where understanding time filtering becomes essential. One of the simplest but most powerful techniques is limiting your results by date. By narrowing your search to the past year or even a specific day, you immediately eliminate outdated information. This is especially useful when dealing with fast-evolving topics like software, security vulnerabilities, or current events. Why waste time reading irrelevant answers when you can instantly focus on the most recent and applicable ones? But filtering by time is just the beginning. The real power comes from learning how to control what Google includes and what it leaves out. Have you ever searched for something and gotten completely unrelated results because Google misunderstood a term? This happens often with technical language. For example, certain programming terms might overlap with everyday words or even sensitive topics. Without guidance, Google may drift toward the more common interpretation instead of the one you intended. So how do you fix that? You tell Google to stop guessing. One of the most effective ways to do this is by forcing an exact match. When you put quotation marks around a phrase, you're essentially telling Google, search for this exactly as written. No substitutions, no reinterpretations. This is incredibly useful when dealing with code, specific error messages, or unique phrases. Now consider another problem: unwanted results. Maybe your search keeps bringing up topics that have nothing to do with what you're trying to find. Wouldn't it be useful if you could simply remove them? That's exactly what exclusion operators allow you to do. By adding a minus sign before a word, you instruct Google to exclude any results containing that term. It's like trimming away distractions. Instead of sifting through irrelevant pages, you reshape the search results to fit your needs. Think about how powerful that is. Instead of adapting to Google, you're making Google adapt to you. But let's go deeper. What happens when your query contains symbols or formatting that Google doesn't interpret correctly? This is a common issue in programming-related searches. Certain characters may be ignored or treated differently, which can completely change the meaning of your query. That's where combining exact match searches with exclusion techniques becomes incredibly effective. You can force Google to respect your syntax while also steering it away from misleading interpretations. Now ask yourself, how many times have you repeated a search with slightly different wording, hoping for better results? What if instead of guessing new phrases, you refined your original query with precision tools? This shift from guessing to controlling is what separates casual users from advanced ones. But precision doesn't stop at words. It extends to the type of content you're searching for. Have you ever needed a PDF, a research paper, a presentation, or even a dataset, but couldn't find it easily? Most people rely on luck, scrolling endlessly and hoping the right format appears. But there's a more direct approach. Google allows you to search by file type. By specifying the format directly in your query, you can instantly filter results to show only the kind of files you're interested in. This is incredibly useful for students looking for academic material, professionals searching for reports, or anyone trying to access structured information quickly. Now imagine combining that with another layer of precision. What if you only want that file type from a specific website? Instead of browsing through a site manually, you can tell Google to search within that domain. This transforms your search into a targeted investigation rather than a broad exploration. Google offers an advanced search interface that organizes these capabilities into a user-friendly format. Instead of typing operators manually, you can fill in fields for exact phrases, excluded words, languages, regions, and more. You can define where terms should appear, whether in the title, the URL, or the body of the page. You can even specify numerical ranges or filter by usage rights. It's essentially a dashboard for precision searching. But here's an important question. If these tools are so effective, why aren't they widely used? The answer lies in habits. Most people treat Google as a simple question box rather than a powerful query system. They rely on trial and error instead of strategy. And because Google often delivers good enough results, they never feel the need to go deeper. But good enough can be misleading. It can cost you time, lead you to outdated or incorrect information, and create unnecessary frustration. Now imagine flipping that experience entirely. What if every search you performed brought you closer to the answer immediately? What if you could cut a 20-minute search down to 2 minutes? What if you could find exactly what you needed without second-guessing your query? So the next time you open Google, pause for a moment. Instead of typing the first thing that comes to mind, ask yourself a few questions. What exactly am I looking for? Do I need recent information? Are there terms I should exclude? Would an exact phrase help? Am I looking for a specific type of file or a trusted source? These small adjustments can completely transform your results. And once you start using them, you'll notice something interesting. Searching becomes less frustrating and more intentional. You spend less time clicking and more time finding. You stop feeling overwhelmed and start feeling in control. So here's one final question. Are you using Google the way it was designed to be used? Or are you only scratching the surface? Because the difference between those two approaches isn't just technical, it's transformational. And now that you understand how it works, you have the tools to search smarter, faster, and better than ever before. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.